This is the Distracted and Disorderly podcast. I'm Chris, and this is Kayla.
This is Kayla.
We're just fucking idiots.
This
Let's
is
go.
Kayla.
I'm glad I hit record when I do, because you do stuff all the time. You do stuff. Jared, what you working with, dog? You on your phone? You on your PC?
I wonder what everyone's consensus was.
Maybe close my fucking
what type of
laptop.
person?
I got a few people answered. Actually, it was your cousin's boyfriend there. What's his name? Chris?
You guys have the same name and you can't remember it?
I don't remember people's names.
Not even your own.
No.
Okay.
Hi, I'm it's with a C.
Welcome back to
It's with a
Distracted
C.
No,
and
go ahead.
Disorderly podcast.
Go ahead, do it.
Because you're all crazy and hyped up.
Look at your ears.
Aren't they nice? Paid extra for those.
Today we're talking about Bungo Stray Dogs. We got Kayla. Say hi.
Oh, I'm down here in my screen. I have like
Well, you know what? We're recording my screen. So Kayla is up here. We got Jeremy up here, aka
Hello.
Buddha, aka Jared, aka Subway Mogul, aka
Oh, you motherfucker.
Hard Drive Running Out of Space, aka
Hard drive running out of space. Oh, man. Fucking asshole.
Sweet Onion Teriyaki. Okay, so yeah, Bungo Stray Dogs. It's an anime, obviously. If you know anime, it's an anime.
We all watch it on Crunchyroll. Go watch it on Crunchyroll.
Country roll. Country.
Crunch.
I always say country
Crunch.
country roll.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, well, you know,
I
it all
was-
just makes sense now.
I was watching the old country roll, and I hey, whoa. He's gonna be on a 20-second delay, folks.
What the fuck?
He's at the Russian space station. Freaking traitor.
Okay, wait, before we get into details about the anime,
Oh,
did you guys
man.
have a favorite character?
I like the detective guy, the autistic detective guy there that deducts.
Oh, what's his name? Rumpo.
Rampo.
Rampo.
It's
In
Rampo.
the American accent, it's Rampo.
Well, the way they say it is Rampo on the show too, and I thought it was Rampo, and I was like, wow, they just upside down the B instead of Rambo.
Yeah, well,
the Rampo.
the guy with the notebook is Dopo. I was like,
Dopo.
where are these things
Dapo,
coming?
yeah.
Dopo.
Well, when he says
He's
his
Dopo.
It's a Dapo poet.
when he says his because when he says the thing to activate his book, isn't it Dopo Poet when he says it?
No, it's Dapo poet.
It's Dopo. So we got, what do we got? The main character is what? Atsushi Nakajima, right? He's a were-tiger.
He's a worker.
He's a were-tiger. He can turn
Cute
his
little
arms
innocent
and
kid.
legs and tailbone
Whole
into
body.
tiger stuff. His whole body. He regenerates. We got? Osamu Dazai.
I love Dazai.
Osamu bin Dazai.
He's my favorite character.
Yeah, you like him? You would. He's like
He's
your
my-
prototype Gojo type, like. Oh yeah, look at that
You
face.
saying that I have a stereotype?
No.
Wait a minute, what?
Whoa.
He's saying that I'm stereotypical with the people that I
No,
like. My main
you have a
characters in
type.
anime.
It's a stereotype would be all the times you get pumpkin spice and you're white. That would be the stereotype. White girl, pumpkin spice, wearing Uggs. But what
Well,
I'm
I
saying
also
is
like the girl who has the she has like the assassin as her power. I can't remember her name.
Oh, the little girl there, the little orphan that answers the phone, and then she gets like her
She's
power
like
turned on.
controlled by the fucking mafia. I was like, all right, this bitch got herself into some trouble.
Be sitting in there in your fucking condo, looking down on us from the 9th floor. All right, real quick, what did everyone have for breakfast or lunch? Kayla, go.
Oh,
I
man.
had a blueberry muffin.
From where? Don't say Duncan.
It was Dunkin'.
Ah, okay. No, actually, their muffins aren't that bad. Jer?
I like their muffins.
I had a piece of chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Oh shit! This guy's taking it
Pizza-
to the fucking hole.
Leftover pizza is the best, though.
Taking it right to the butthole first thing in the morning. He's like, I want to shit within 5 minutes.
What is with you talking about everyone's bowels and their buttholes? Are you okay? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Everyone was
We're
like,
watching
Kayla was
strange
talking
YouTube videos.
I took 2 poops this morning, like within an hour of
talking
each
about-
other.
his butthole, and you're the one
What
who's
is
having
this-
bowel
What
problems.
does this have to do with Bungo Stray Dogs?
It's
Good
the intro.
question.
This is the intro. I had a couple sandwiches. What did I have? I
And
had a
everyone
coffee.
just avoided my question that was relevant to what,
What
we
was
were
your
talking
question?
What was
about.
that?
Favorite characters before we get into it?
Uh,
So I like Rampo. The power
your
of
favorite?
deduction.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, he doesn't even have a fucking power. We just let him do his thing. That's why I think he's autistic. I think he's slightly he's like autistic in some way, and he kind of just
I
started
see
hanging
that,
out with
though.
them, and then they realized how dope he was at deduction, and they were like, yeah, whatever.
How
they don't even
dope
make him.
he was at
They don't even make
deduction, bro.
how dope he was with deduction, bro. They don't even make him fucking. They don't even make him help. Because remember, Atsushi is like, why isn't he cleaning? And they're like,
He
yeah.
helps with literally everything else. He figures out all of the detective work, and then somebody, raids their office, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and look at marbles."
Yeah, well, he
Enjoy."
helped that cop, and he shows up and he goes, "You guys can't do shit. That's why I'm here, because you fucking suck."
I loved
And the
him
cop's
for
like,
that.
"No, we're good." He goes, "No, you fucking suck." And then he's like, "Deduction."
I don't think that he was as mean about it as you were explaining.
He was more appropriate with how he
He
said
was like,
it.
"You need me, and I'm gonna let you try to figure this out in 60 seconds. And if you don't, then I'm gonna do your job for you." He's like, "Well, then why do I have a job?" He goes, "I was wondering the same thing." I like how ballsy he is.
Yeah, he's a dick. That's why I think he's
No, he's
autistic.
not.
That's why I think he's autistic. He just rolls in there and he's like, "This is how it is. You suck. I'm good. We're gonna do it this way." And everyone's like, "What?" And he's like,
Careful how you say that.
"Deduction." What?
You're like, "I think that's why he sucks. He's autistic." I was like,
No, I didn't say that. I think that's why he's a dick. I think that's why he comes off as a dick.
Yeah, he has a kind of a shitty, what do you call it, rapport with people.
That's right.
Yeah.
"Well, okay, Jerry, your favorite character,
21 plus.
special guest."
I like the
Extra
I
special
don't remember his
guest.
name. It's the country fella.
Oh, the little dude. What's his power?
Yeah.
When he's
Yeah.
hungry, he's strong as
To
fuck.
not fear rain or something like that. It's I can't remember what it was.
Oh man, I was taking. Hang on, I got you.
Get
I
your
got
notes
you.
out.
I got
There you
notes.
go.
He's
He
so
was,
cute. He's like, if you're
Kenji.
honest, I'll just everything will go well. And I'm like,
It
so
works out
cute.
though, because
You're
he's
adorable.
super strength when hungry, sleeps when full. That's what I got for notes. You want to hear
Yeah.
my
He's like you.
Not Rampo, extreme deduction capabilities when glasses on. Not really a power, just real good at it. Who would you say Dazai deactivates others' powers?
That would be my specialty.
So
I
could
like-
he still do his powers? Your guy without his glasses, like say someone punched him in the face or broke his glasses.
I feel like
He doesn't
could.
actually have. He definitely could. It's just like
I know, but would it
a
hinder him?
habit.
Like
It would
because-
mess up his mental state because it's like a thing that he relies on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he could possibly be autistic. If you interrupt something that they have like a schedule on, then they might react differently. But
Yeah.
I think it's just a comfort thing for him. I don't remember his fucking name. Rampo?
Yeah.
Rampo?
John
Rampo.
Rampo, yeah.
So let's get into this. So I'm gonna go through some notes. Like I'm gonna say something and I want to hear what you have to say. So
Great. I can't wait to see these fucking notes. If it's
I'm
anything
just
like
gonna start
Dr.
it off.
Stone.
So no, waifu women. But so they're an elite squad that takes on special cases that the police, the military, whoever can't solve, so they can take care of it. They all kick ass in one way or another. I took a note and I don't even remember why. Oh, that's why I said I'm hungry now. First 5 seconds in. What the hell was going on? Was it the first
Because
episode?
of his rice and tea.
Oh yeah, T Rice.
Yeah,
kept talking about
they were
T-Rice.
talking
because
about
he was
food.
starving, even though we find out later that he like ate a couple of people, but no big deal.
Got that tiger appetite. But let's see. Here's where I'm going to start. The first thing that I always notice in all these animes we watch, guys, the scenery is better than the goddamn animation.
Ooh.
Every time.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a bold statement.
I'm going to tell you right now, the fight on the boat with Octagawa, the shit going on behind them, the smoke plumes, the ship, the fire, that I was looking at that more than the characters. The characters are like, they are what they are, but they always go extra in the background scenery during some scenes. You ever notice that? They do it in Demon Slayer too. When he's running through the forest and it's snowing and that shit looks tight.
I agree and disagree with you though, because I'm like tied into the storyline, so I pay attention to both.
No, I do. I'm not downing the character animations. What I'm saying is I really like the background. Like
I
the
didn't say you
scenery.
were. I'm saying that like I like both of them. I like both of them. Are you changing your background again? You fucking what are you doing?
What?
Okay,
He's like,
okay.
I'm into the sea now.
The other thing, fucking
Hey, let's go, Mr. Sebastian.
anime hair. Let's talk about anime hair again.
Oh, I went for the vibe today. We did it.
It's cool. I like it.
I like the anime hair.
I
could
no,
do
I
that
don't
with
have a
my
problem
hair,
with it. Dapo though, he's got that weird like '90s mullet where it's a ponytail, but it's still short in some areas.
Yeah, he's like super business in the front, and I'm a hell of a headbanger in
Was
the
it
back.
Kunakita? Yeah, in the back he's like, yeah, boy, and in the front he's like, everybody needs to calm down. Like,
Yeah.
except his voice is all deep. He's like, two of you will sink the ship.
Kunakita is like, I'm confused about his character because of the ending of the season. Dazai was trying to like talk some sense into him so he doesn't end up like the Azure messenger. And I was like, oh, that's true. If he keeps going by his ideals and he's like headstrong about it, then he might make misjudgment in specific situations. So I was like, oh,
Right.
is this like a turn for his character? Turn of events?
I don't know.
I don't
No,
know.
I did like it though. It was. I was trying to find time to sit down and watch all these episodes. Was the challenge for me? Was the challenge? Don't. I see what you're doing up there. So
Not Chris trying to make excuses to not watch another anime.
I'm not. I do like them. No, it's because I've been watching this show From, and it's really good. So when I do sit down to watch something, we put on.
Don't
From.
plug that show on this podcast. We're not talking about some other fucking show.
It's a good show. Okay.
No.
So I like how there's funny parts. I like how it's funny. They're doing that same
What'd you
thing.
say?
Funny parts.
I like how there's funny parts.
Funny.
These
I like
are
how.
funny.
I like how it is fun. I like how there's funny stuff in there, like little jokes and stuff.
Like Dazai trying to drown himself in
Dazai.
the river every 2 minutes. I'm like, I'll,
Well, they
I'll
gotta
be
cut
your...
him a comedy. He's constantly trying to kill himself.
And I thought that was cool. Plus, the way they change their faces, they're all like sleek in one scene, then they're like, wah! And just out of nowhere, dude, his teeth all separate a little bit. But over dramatic. It's funny, but then it's over dramatic at times. It's gotta be.
I love that though.
It's gotta be. Sometimes with anime, it's too all over the place.
Okay,
for me.
wait. Can we jump into your notes? Because I bet they're outrageous.
Okay, what kind of orphanage tells someone to die in a ditch?
The one that doesn't want a tiger eating their orphans.
Yeah, but they could have just been like, yeah, well, you gotta go. There's a family.
Right.
They're on the other side of town. They'll take you in. Goodbye. Instead they're like, die, get out. No one should ever let you live. And then he just.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but then it's also a thing with this. I'm a little confused about this anime in particular, though, because there's a lot of false narration and then, like, reveals later on. So we could see from his point of view, Atsushi's point of view, that that's what happened, but we still haven't seen anybody from the orphanage yet. So I'm waiting.
Oh, he's already met like 2 orphans already, though. It's crazy.
Well, what was her name?
I don't remember. It's hard keeping up with all the names for me. It's hard.
Hold on, I'll find it.
Of course.
Oh my god, the black lizard guy.
There's always got to be superpowers. There's always got to be voices that don't match the character.
Kyoka.
Um,
Izumi?
Izumi.
I think it is. Izumi.
Kyoka. Yeah, I like it. I like the names. I just can't remember them. They're not common enough for me to remember. Like, if his name was like Jeff, I'd be like, yeah, Jeff. But
I also didn't understand the
I
part
don't
where
think you're gonna find that in an anime.
I know I'm not.
It's
but what
Jeff.
I'm saying is- that's Italian anime, dude. It's a Jeff.
It's a me. It's a Jeff.
Italian anime.
you guys are.
That's still the best part in
ridiculous.
Super Troopers.
Are those
It's
spaghetti
Afghanistan
anime?
animation. It's Afghanistan animation, Sarge.
Afghanistan animation.
Remember that from Super Troopers? What else did I have? So Dazai wants to die, kind of obsessed with suicide. He just wants to know what it's about. He doesn't really want to die. He just wants to know what dying is. Right? Did I get that right, Kayla?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to do it alone. He wants to have a partner.
Yeah, he wants to have a hot, borderline underage girl with him at the time when he does it.
Where did you get that?
It's
I don't know.
anime.
The ones
It's anime.
he was hitting on the woman who ran the bar that they frequent, the restaurant.
That's true.
Yeah, but she looked like an adult, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like she was an adult.
Yeah, and so was the girl that was the Azure messenger.
Yeah.
She was an adult. She's like, yeah, my husband's dead, so I'm staying with Dazai. And I was like, Oh, oh.
There was a scene with Dazai. I think it was Dazai when he was like taunting Dapo, and he was like, "Ooh," with his arms, and his arms became like weird little tentacles, dude. You guys remember that scene?
Oh yeah,
Tentacles?
yeah. I remember that.
That
Yep.
caught me. I started laughing when I saw that because they get progressively crazier. He's like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "Bah!" His arms are just tentacles. Suddenly, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Every time they gotta go.
Then they've thrown so much information into this one little anime though, because like there's the guild that is the American version of the mafia.
The Port Mafia, Octagawa. Yeah, the
I
know,
guild.
the
think
guy
the
who-
guild is its own kind of thing.
The guild.
Yes,
I don't
the
think
American,
they're-
because he's
Yeah, I don't think
rich
they're
and he's
like-
like, I can
yeah.
buy anything.
I think that's what it is. It's like the guild is all like rich people running shit, flying
I
in.
don't
and
like it.
Their
We're getting
airships
there.
or something or other.
Yeah, the guild is going to be what season 2's opposition. The ops in season 2.
Mm.
We're still getting there. We're still getting there. As always, in every fucking anime, the voices never match. They almost never match the character.
Who? Which one? I want to know which one you're talking about.
Dapo throws me off sometimes because he doesn't look like he'd turn around and be like, "Listen here, kid." He doesn't look like that. There was a couple others. I can't remember their names. There was a couple of the Port Mafia guys too, where their voice was just like, you know, like they were fucking a freaking bodybuilder. But this like stick figure walks in and he's like all feminine and he's like, "Listen, bud." I'm like, what the fuck?
Are you talking about the redheaded dude that visited him while he was like tied up in that basement thing?
No,
Chuya.
but no, I'm not talking about him. But that was a good scene too. That was a good scene when he got all mad because he didn't laugh at him doing the impression at the end. You're gonna leave here like a little schoolgirl or whatever. And he's like, "You could at least
he did.
laugh." Yeah,
It's funny.
we're rambling on about it, but yeah, it's a team. It's a detective agency that takes on cases that the regular police and all that can't solve. They're full of like specialists. You find out pretty early on that they fuck shit up because the Port Mafia tries to come in. I like that introduction. They introduced the Port Mafia guy. There's like that older guy with the with all his little minions with him, and they roll into that warehouse and they shoot
Did he
up
have
all
a
those like
monocle?
workers. I don't remember. He had a monocle or something, but remember they roll in and they're like the guy tries to hit him with a pipe or whatever, and they end up just killing everyone in the warehouse because they were doing like stuff outside of the Port Mafia's.
That
freaking-
was Ryuro, and then there was like the black. Those are the black lizard part of the fucking mafia or whatever.
It's like the Hit Squad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, let me pull up with a bunch of machine guns, try to fuck shit up, and then end up thrown out a window. That's fine.
Well, that's after. What I'm talking about is
I
when
know,
they
they-
first show up at the warehouse because there's another group of people trying to get in on the Port Mafia's business, and they kill everybody in there. That introduction makes them look so badass.
Oh yeah.
They look so badass, and then they show up at the fucking armed detective agency, and they roll up in there and get fucked up, and then this little country boy's just throwing him out the window with his overalls on and a freaking piece
And
of
he's like,
wheat in his
Dapo,
teeth.
what should I do with them? And he's like, throw them out the window. And fucking
No problem,
Atsushi is-
boss. Fucking starts
Atsushi
talking.
Yeah,
She
they're on
is
like
like-
the 4th floor in the building. He's just chucking them out the window.
They're dead.
No, they're chilling. They just land on each other, like old school Looney Tunes type shit.
Well, it kills me because there's a bunch of randos with no powers. How'd they live?
What do you mean?
The shooters that are with the hit squad are all a bunch of regular ass dudes. They just shoot everybody from when the guy says kill them all. They're like ga 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 ga. Those are all regular looking people. They don't have powers, so they all got thrown out the window at the end of that fight, and then they're just fine.
Isn't it kind of amazing how they're all firing those Uzis at the same time into a crowd, and the principals of the show never get hurt, but everybody else does? Like, how do
Yeah.
they not get hit with bullets when they're just letting loose with like 10 freaking Uzis?
That was the Octagawa rescue mission when the blonde there, I forget her name, goes to rescue him, and she's hiding in that area, and she goes like stands up to shoot someone, and she turns towards this other guy, and they're like 5 feet away, and they both start shooting at each other for like a minute, and then he dies. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
I know it's a cartoon, but I sometimes she twitched a little.
Seizure?
Why you all pursed up?
I'm trying to figure out her name. It's gonna bother me.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Ichio? Higuchi? Ichio?
He's Gucci?
Iguchi? Also, the audio keeps like cutting out weird. I think that's me.
Big takeaway. Anime characters make me feel like a fat asshole American.
You texted me. What the fuck did you say while you were watching this stupid shit?
I was watching and I'm like, they're all just standing there. They're all leaned out. They're like,
hold on.
They're like cut, but they're skinny and they're just like standing in these. That was another note, by the way. They're always standing in a weird position. They're never just standing there. They're always like.
What the hell did you send me though?
Every time.
I was like, what the fuck is he
Atsushi bends
about?
over all the time for nothing. It's not that he's bowing. He's just leaned over like when he's talking to you.
What the fuck did you say? It was the most ridiculous shit. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, obviously you're gonna feel like a piece of shit. I was like, did you see the women in the show, dude? They're hot as fuck.
I did text her and I was like, I feel like a piece of shit watching these characters, dude. Like they always make anime characters. They always look cool. They're wearing the dumbest shit. They look cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't. We would do. If someone walked by us outside wearing that shit, you'd be like, "The fuck?" These guys walk by and everyone's like, "Whoa, stay away from him."
Yeah, I'm watching the intro, right, and they're showing like the Were Tiger Kid, like shadowy walking, and then I see something like flailing around. I was like, oh, is that he got a tail now? He's just rocking a tail? No, that's his belt, just extremely, way too fucking long, just flying off the side of him like a fucking tail.
They do dress funny too. All the characters dress funny. It's like that country boy one. What's it, the Kenji dude? He's like still in the overalls, barefoot with the straw hat, dude.
They have to stand out though. They
I know.
like it would be boring if they didn't look a certain type of way.
No, I know. It just
and it gives them each character. Like the fucking country kid was like, "Oh, I grew up different," and I was like, "Oh, well, we can tell where you grew up."
My school had 3 other people, and one of them was a teacher.
That's
Let's
relatable.
See. So
we all ate out of the same lunch bucket.
Episode 2, post credits. Dracula walks in.
His name isn't Dracula.
I know what his name is,
it's
but that
Octagawa.
he just walked in. He had the
Japanese
collar.
prince.
He had the collar. He was like, and then like fucking.
Well, I guess that's the same as like Demon Slayer, where fucking I can't even remember his actual name, so I just call him Michael Jackson.
Oh,
yeah,
Muzan,
that guy,
Muzan.
Mustafa,
King.
dude.
Yeah. He definitely does look like Michael Jackson.
He comes in right off the Smooth Criminal video shoot.
I know, right?
I see memes about it all the time. It's so bad.
Also,
Because
Kunakita.
they're like,
oh, sorry. Go ahead. What names?
No. What were you saying?
I was gonna say Kunakita needs anger management. He yells 90% of each episode.
Too idealistic, man. It's out of control.
90% of each episode, he yells.
He also was involved with the Azure Messenger shit, and like the kid that he like has a fixation, like he's his son or something that he's watching over the hacker. He's like, I feel responsible for this child because he thinks that he's the reason that his dad is dead because he didn't get there in time or whatever. So like he's living with some baggage, and he just kind of isn't taking care of it. That's why Dazai was like, hey man, he's not your kid. You're not his dad. Maybe.
Well, that dude stepped up for him though. Took 2-3 to the chest while he fucking saved his life there.
Yeah, and then he shot the bitch who was like, I'm just tired, Dazai.
Yeah, his ideal woman. That was his ideal woman right there. Just can't do
dead.
It.
Because they had that weird talk by the graves. They were like, he was like, yeah, crying over death is pointless. And she's like, yeah, I can't make him happy anymore. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was like, okay, you guys are real sad over there.
Episode 3. They say the man in the photo, and then they show an androgynous 16-year-old boy. Any takes on that?
Japan in a nutshell.
It's Japanime. I know, dude. Every time. I know it's to be expected, but every time this happens, I'm always thrown so off because they're like, this is the most dangerous man on the planet. And then they show a picture of a 16-year-old schoolgirl, and I'm like, what is this? And then he shows up, and he's just like, I'm dangerous. I'm first.
You're talking about Octagawa?
Anybody, dude. That's a bad guy. They're like this.
No, I mean in the picture.
This
in the photo.
goes
He's like,
back
run
to
if you see
fucking
him.
strongest primate high schooler. He looked like an 18-year-old woman from high school in the 80s.
I know.
You're just jealous. You're just jealous.
I am
that
jealous.
They look young.
I wish I had a woman face and a fucking chiseled body.
Woman face and a chiseled body? That would be a little confusing for a lot of people.
Who? Not in 2023.
No, I mean, if you just magically one day, everything just changed.
Just show up to
after
work.
People... Which is fine. Maybe you should try it. This was a little unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But...
Okay.
Idiot.
You want me to keep going here?
Yeah, I want to hear all of these notes on episode 3.
Well, I kind of jumped around a little bit. Sibling incest is a little excessive here. I know that Jared had no problem with it because they're young, but
get the fuck out of here, man.
Jared.
Come on, man.
He said Jared. He threw that name in there on purpose.
Dude, Kayla started it, dude. She genuinely forgot that you were Jeremy, and she called you Jared one day, and then she's like,
when you said Jared, I was like,
it.
oh, that's short for Jared, so I'm just gonna call him Jared. My brain just can't correct it.
I've never known a Jared that didn't just go by Jared.
I do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
My uncle Jared.
Any Jared I've ever known has been Jeremy. Or Gerald.
My uncle Jared lives in like Canada or whatever. He goes by Jer.
Jerry! Jerry!
Do I need to get an alcoholic beverage to do
Jerry!
this podcast right now?
Everything was fuzzy.
Look
at
her face.
Off of that, Dazai accidentally took mushrooms and didn't mean to.
Did we see that part yet?
Yeah.
Dazai did?
Yeah, he was trying to take poisonous mushrooms, and they ended up being hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Did I miss that? Which episode was that?
Seems like it.
That was like episode 8 or something.
Oh, it might have been was it one of the ones we watched at the shop? Because if we watched it at the warehouse, I don't know.
Probably should have rewatched.
No, we
episodes.
didn't. I don't think we watched that one.
I thought we watched like 8 and 9.
7 and 8.
Either way, that's cool. Dazai, little Gojo Minx.
It is the voice actor that Gojo.
See, I see. You were like, "What do you mean? I'm stereotyping me? You stereotyping me?"
Right.
I definitely stereotype, but it's fine.
Okay. How about it was nice to see an old guy who actually looked old in the show.
Which one?
There was a couple. There was who matched their voice and looked older. What's his freaking name?
The president of the
president. Every time he shows up, there's a guitar shred, and they're like, "Oh, it's Mr. President, Mr. President," and it's like, and he's like, "Guys, this is what we're gonna do." And they're all fucking like, "Okay, it's the president." Like the whole fucking time.
You know what I thought was super weird? You know how the detective guy had to like go and help somebody because Dazai was abducted? He was like, "Well, what do I get out of this?" And the president was like, he just paused for a second. He goes, "I don't want your money if that's what you're thinking." And he goes, "I'll give you praise." And he was like, "Done, praise. I'll take all of it." I was like,
he was like,
"What's happening in this agency?"
Come here. Good
He was
job.
like, "Praise."
That's what he said.
Can't compete with Russ. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So I covered that. It's fucking the ship fight scene. The fight scene with Akutagawa though was really good. I liked that scene. It was a good scene. It was done well. The background looked great, as I always said already. The fight was cool though. The only thing, and that's another thing about anime that always gets me, is the way they have to talk it out. It's like, you know, this should be happening in like 20 seconds. A fight's a fight. Like you boom, 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 boom. You're going at it. But Akutagawa was like, "I can't believe he dodged my attack. Attack. Don't fucking."
I was gonna say something.
Let's look at her and be like, "It's funny. No, he was like, "I can't believe he dodged my attack. He predicted my attack and he had a counter ready." And then it's like, "Boo!" And I'm like, and then while this is happening,
narrating the scene as
Atsushi is like this. "He didn't know I was gonna dodge his attack, and I was able to dodge his attack." And I'm like, okay. It always gets me every time because they add 20 minutes to each episode with the exposition. There's always exposition. It's like they're mid-punch. There's 2 punches coming, and he's like, you see, when I was an orphan, I went through a lot of stuff, and we ate meatloaf 14 days a week, and it really made me angry. And then, like, the punch happens.
No, hold on.
Like,
Before their fists connect, it will go to a flashback.
Oh, that's
5
true,
minutes
dude.
to
That's
show
true.
you the meatloaf and his childhood, and then all of a sudden the fists will clash.
Meatloaf
Kaboom.
again. Boom.
Boom. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they
His
showed
swords of
that
his-
same scene over and over and over again, where he's at the fucking orphanage and the people are like standing over him as
You're
huge shadows.
worthless.
I was like, how many times have we seen this flashback?
You have no parents. It's so
No one
messed.
loves you. You're a piece of trash.
Where tigers are bunk. Like they were
Right. You're the worst kind of were animal.
I'd rather be a
I-
were
I-
rat. I'd rather be a were beetle than be a were tiger.
Is it safe? Is it safe to come back yet?
What did I do? Did I have a wardrobe malfunction? What happened?
Chris's titties out.
Oh!
Please don't show the public those.
Nobody wants to see my perfect nipples. All right, so
Your pepperoni nipples.
they used to look
Fucking
like
salami
they used to
nipples.
look like real pink footballs, but now they're getting rounder.
Chris has those like super large salami nipples.
Yo,
Do you have anything relevant to the show?
they're baloney.
Anything
So
relevant?
okay.
You brought it up.
He
I-
brought up its titties. I said, don't show the public.
We're getting close to the end of my notes, but listen, I like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
follow the good guys just as much as the bad guys. I like that the story follows both, and they kind of personalize it really to an extent. I like that. The bad guys aren't just like, there's Akutagawa, and he's like, "Da-da-da," and he's gone. You don't hear from him for 3 episodes. Like, you actually see shit going on. You see how that girl like loves him, even though he's a fucking wife beater, and he smacked the shit out of her a couple times.
Yeah,
And
that
take
was a little
anything on that?
uncalled for.
I called the cops, dude, when I saw that scene. I was like, this fucking guy.
I hated that because at the ending, well, I think it was pretty much the ending of season 1, he is in the hospital bed because they're like, oh, we have to protect him, whatever. She goes in there to fucking get him as people are shooting at her, and he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, everything's fine. I'm sorry. That's all he had to say, and you were okay with him smashing you in the face? I mean,
Sorry, my hand slipped. Let's get it right next time.
that would have been the end of it for what the fuck is his face.
The doctor nurse there had me all screwed up. They really like what's the word? Ambiguously played that out, huh?
Yeah, they did. They were like, "Oh, go have sex with her
She's
while
like,
she fixes
"Oh,
you."
I gotta heal you," and I'm like, "Oh, this is great." And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "There's no way." And she's like, "Oh yeah," and then fucking,
then
it
she's
turns
like, "You
out she
gotta
has to
be
kill you pretty
deaf."
much.
Yeah.
You have to be at sudden death, pretty much, for her.
Turns
to heal
out you have to be on life support, and then she can fully heal you. But if
Yeah, but
you're
that
like
makes
your
her a
ankle, you
badass
twist your
bitch.
ankle, and she's like, "I gotta stab your neck a few times before I can fix that."
Yeah, but she's like on the
Cut out your
train
liver
scene.
real quick.
What's that?
On the train scene where she's like fighting the guy who's trying to blow everybody up on the train, she's like, "Oh, okay, I know that I need to get to certain death to fucking heal myself. So let me just take a couple of jabs, a bomb or 3, and then I'll heal myself, and we're good."
I bet on real life subways you have to fight a guy who's trying to blow everybody on the train.
You know what's the worst part? You would be the guy trying to blow everybody on the
Hey,
train.
come over here! Hey!
Train.
Give me all the cocks.
Hey,
right
open
now.
your pants.
Open your pants.
I like.
Open your pants.
Hey, can y'all wear sweatpants next Monday? Cause. Oh my god. No, that was a good scene too. That was a good scene when she like tricked him. She was all hanging out the window and he was like, "Just as I thought, you're dead." And she was like, "Actually, no, I'm not." And then she telegraphed everything. First, I'm gonna punch your jaw, and then I was a doctor for 45 years, and it looks like I fucked my patients back to health, but I actually kill them more. And fucking, you know how that shit always goes.
I don't remember all that.
Were those recreations of the scene just now? What the fuck was that just
Chris
now?
snapped into old school fucking Batman shows.
Boom, pow,
Kapow!
save!
Boof!
Come on, Robin. Oh.
Oh wow!
Listen, it's Monday. It's Memorial Day. We're recording this for you. We're doing this on our vacation. 3 days off, baby. It's what it's like.
I
This
think
is
I'm
what
gonna-
Kayla
I'm
looks
gonna
like
grab
on 3
some-
days off.
Yeah, God.
She
Yep.
looks like God.
No, oh God. Like, great, thanks. You know what?
Well, God
You
is
know
a
what?
woman. You know this.
Put on intermission music when you're gonna do it.
Intermission
Put on
music.
what?
Intermission music, like
Like
let's all go to the
Jeopardy?
lobby.
Are you frozen? What are you doing?
I'm blinking. I'm clearly blinking.
You're like, Jerry, you're the only one that watched like 14 seasons of this before we could finish season 1. What how does it go?
That's
How
not
does it
true
go?
at all.
That's
fine. That's
it's not
fine.
true.
Go
You watched
ahead.
season 2 though, didn't you?
I did watch parts of season 2. Yes.
Parts?
I also did.
What do you mean parts? Like 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 5, and 9? What did you watch of season 2?
You fucking dick. No, I just watched.
I wish I.
I don't know, maybe like the first 6 episodes, maybe.
Don't ask him about Ahead when you didn't fucking watch it. Well, let's hear the rest of your notes. You had 6 pages. Show everybody your notes.
No, we bounced around through my notes. A lot of it was popped in and out of here and there. A lot of it was bundled. No, I was asking. I wanted to know Jared's take on how does the show go? Does it get better, or does it kind of like is it flattened out?
I think it gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's worth watching.
Jerry.
They delve deeper into certain parts of it, and then that gives you better backstory on certain characters, and then jump forward, and they start getting more into their face off with the guild, and actually all 3 of them at once battling.
The guild.
Yeah.
So the guild's bigger than the Port Mafia.
Apparently, it seems so. Yes, like the Port Mafia.
Well, it's like America versus Japan, pretty much. So Japan is definitely smaller than America.
Okay.
Okay.
Just some geography.
So the
throwing that
Port
in there.
Mafia is like the local chapter of the Freemasons, and the guild is like the Illuminati.
If that's how you have to correlate that in your brain.
Build the guild that the
Wait.
Gilderbergs.
Can we talk about the guy that he bumped into on the street and like?
Oh yeah, looking for the little girl.
Yeah,
wasn't
and then
that the little girl
ended up being
crying?
a bad bitch.
Yeah, but the little girl was she was the one sitting with her back to everybody when the blonde chick went in the office there to talk about going to get Akutagawa. Remember the little girl was sitting there? The little girl in the red dress was sitting there with her back to them, being like,
"No, that's the
girl."
When she was sitting on the table and drawing lines. She was like drawing lines on the table.
I don't know what she was doing. Like we saw her back to us, and she was sitting there. I wish I could remember the scene.
No,
they were talking about losing Akutagawa or whatever, and then the blonde girl who like loves him and works for him or whatever, went into that office, and that little girl in the red dress was sitting there like just like with her back to everybody doing something. I think that's the little girl that guy was looking for when they ended up in the alternate dimension with that giant clown trying to kill them and shit.
Yeah.
And that was him, the one who was talking with them.
Yeah.
He was like the leader of that little posse in the alleyway afterwards.
Turns out he's like the head of the Port Mafia or some shit.
Yep.
One of the executives.
Yeah, the executives.
Because Dazai used to be a head executive and then he left. And I think he's trying to get Chuya to come back with him because they were partners. But I'm not sure yet because I haven't got that far.
That's the red-haired one? The Irish one? He's definitely Irish. He got the outfit on. He got the hair. Just not the accent. He should have come in there like, hi, and fucking just went at it, but...
I'm also confused.
That made no sense at all.
He was dressed like some sort of leprechaun, dude.
Just river dancing into the scene and shit.
Kayla, what is going on with your camera?
I'm trying to fix it.
Is it the ears?
It is again. Yeah. Hang on.
Why don't you change the lighting in your room? Maybe the lighting is conflicting with the ears being bright.
That's not helping.
You piece of shit. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Or like turn the camera on and then off again on Meet. Remember we did that last time?
That's what I was working on, but you had to...
You were covering it. You were like this. Is it safe yet? Read my palm, Jer.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
Hey, look at that. You're back and clearer than ever. You're in HD.
But you guys got off topic again. Not surprised.
What are you talking about? No, we didn't.
What topic?
Listen, I had a lot of notes, but we kind of let me go back here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Okay, I talked about the play-by-play, the doctor's treatment. I love the way the eyes look. I was reading on IMDb, someone shit on the eyes, but
Yeah, they don't like diamond.
I don't like diamond type eyes. Fuck that shit. I like the eyes, and I especially like Atsushi's eye color, the way they did the eye color for him.
Yeah,
I think that's fucking
I
cool.
like the eyes too, but a lot of people are against. I think that it's more of like a feminine thing than it is masculine, because usually they use.
There's
like,
nothing
sharper...
masculine in anime though, so why do they care?
Well, Dazai compared to Atsushi is more masculine than feminine because of his eye shape.
Right. Atsushi's young though. I think they're attributing that to him being young too.
Well, he's an orphan, so I guess you can guess.
Well,
that
you
he's
could be an
under
adult
18.
orphan.
Not if they
Shut
kicked
up
him
and
out of the
listen.
fucking orphanage like a month prior. So you have to be under 18 before you can be on your own.
16, you can emancipate.
Okay, but I don't think he's thinking about that as an orphan.
Emancipation
clearly...
Proclamation at 16. Okay.
Christopher's sidetrack over here.
I like when he's talking.
He just likes interrupting me. That's all he likes to do. is interrupt me regularly.
No.
Yes. You're like, oh, she's talking, blah, 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 and it's nonsense. It doesn't even mean anything. Most of the time.
Well, what do you got?
Do you have any more notes that are relevant?
I do have a pile of notes still. No, I got a couple.
Good.
I got a couple
Read
left.
them. Read them.
I laughed when Dazai was who was he talking to? Was it the red hair guy? What's the red hair guy's name again? The leprechaun?
Chuya.
Chuya?
Chuya? Like chew
Yes.
up? No. Okay.
Chuya. What did he say? He goes, I remember when you were just a rookie. And that shit had me rolling for out of nowhere, the way he said it. Because, they came up through the ranks together. Or he was like trained. Because he trained. We find out after he trained Octagawa. And, Octagawa, we find out why he's so mad at Atsushi.
Yeah, because he's like, you'll never compare to him.
My new guy's way better. And he's way more handsome. And Octagawa was like, da.
Gets crazy with his weird power that like just wants to. It's literally meant for murderous intent. I was like, all right, cool. Just kill everybody with your weird stuff coming out of your back.
Is it his back or
what? Say it.
Or what?
His shoulder blades? So, we find out before I get to my other note, the controversial one. Dazai we find out he was a bigwig in the Port Mafia. I know you brought that up. He was like an executive. That I thought was kind of cool because they couldn't figure out his profession before, but it turns out he was in the Port Mafia, and then we find out he wasn't just some fucking thug. He was like the man, one of the men. But we saw
he was
panties.
A very brutal guy.
We saw panties. It took a handful of episodes, but we saw panties.
What are you talking about?
It was on a plushie. She wins it. She wins it in the claw machine, and it comes out, and it immediately shows an upskirt.
That's what you're focusing on? When I thought of the scene that you're talking about, I thought of how him, his buddy, and the guy in the lower ranks, like the detective and the guy in the lower ranks, always went to the bar together.
Yeah.
And how he was like, oh yeah, like let's take a picture, because he had an inkling, even though he knew he was leaving the mafia. He was like, do this, and one of them died. Death.
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
No, I was.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Kind of.
No, you don't.
It's hard for me to keep up with these fucking shows.
You took 7 pages of notes.
I know, that's why I took notes, but I can't like do a book report on every single episode. Listen, they fucked me up because I'm 15 minutes in, and then the opening credits happen.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then a new episode. Then a new episode starts suddenly, and there's something else going on.
Christopher, there's this magical thing called a fast forward button.
I used it.
You should try it sometime.
I was like,
if
10
you can't.
second, 10 second, 10 second, 10 second.
No,
10
he's not
No,
wrong. They did
no.
have an intro to the episode that was like 7-8 minutes long, and then it went into the actual theme song, and I was like, that's a little. You didn't need to do that.
I get
You can
kind
pay
of confused.
attention to the frames as it's going on, so you know when the episode starts.
No,
and
I
when
know.
it,
Yeah,
when
but
it's
to
the
do it
intro.
8 minutes, they should just go like Bungo Stray Dogs, and then kick right into the episode.
They
Don't
could
give me
really,
the whole
like,
intro. I
they
don't
could
need the whole
really-
intro.
Yeah, they can really shorten it up. But my thing is, I don't know. Some of these things confuse me because there's so many names and there's so much exposition and so much explanation and all that shit going on. Where if I check out mentally for like 5 minutes during an episode, I just missed like what you were talking about.
We also breezed over the incest thing.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I still don't know if it was fully incest or not.
I don't know if they're actually brother and sister. I don't know if it's like a thing that they do in public where they're like, oh, this is,
I wondered
What?
about that too. I wondered about that too if they were. I don't think they are. I think they're step siblings and they were brought on by Pornhub to kind of like do that whole thing.
Did you not see the episode where they were in their apartment and they were talking to each other, and like right after he made her some kind of food that she wanted, they were just went nuts, but they cut out to the outside of the apartment while they had all the noises going on. You
Yep.
didn't see that one?
No, yeah. But it was
yeah.
still weird because she was like, that's not what you were saying last night. And he's like, shut up. Don't talk about that while we're here. Like, be quiet. And then Atsushi asked Dappo, he was like, is this really a thing? He goes, if you're smart, you won't ask questions. I was like,
Yeah, that's really odd that they were just like, yeah, just don't worry about that. I mean, I don't know if you want to get
everyone
into
in
like
the office is just like, nah.
yeah,
no
we've
one
seen it all
person.
before, That's them two, brother and sister always doing it,
Brother and sister, touching each other. Yeah, no, they do make it. They do make it weird. They like to take it to that extent. They like to. Just like I said with the plushie, she took it out of the claw machine, and they specifically had the camera angle be on the back of it, where the plushie came up and went, and it was underwear and into the scene. And I was like, oh, I was counting the episodes till we saw panties inappropriately in some way or another.
Well, this one I guess held it together long enough for you.
And then when they did show panties, they were on a plushie.
Yeah, they kept it classy for you.
Keeping it classy. Keeping it
I
classy.
hate that that's what you look for. I absolutely hate that that's what you look for.
He's just that's probably why he doesn't remember some of this shit, because he's just thinking about the time he's
It's like plushy panties. Oh my god.
Oh, he's waiting for it.
No. I do check out sometimes. Some of it's a little long-winded. That's what happens. Like when they start going into like 15-minute exposition rants about what's going on, like 15 years ago, then 10 years from now, then right now, then tomorrow, then so and so and so and so and so and so are gonna do this and that. Like my brain checks out sometimes. Sometimes there's just too fucking much going on.
I think you're just like your ADHD is bad and you have a hard time focusing.
So there's too much going on.
I had no problem keeping up with everything. I think that if you're interested and you're really drawn to the show, you'll pay attention.
Yeah, I know. It was a good show, but it was hard it's hard for me to follow. I don't know why. It just is. It just is. I get a little sidetracked mentally and I can't follow it because it's not always hitting enough to keep me fucking fully like, Dr. Stone does that. Like Dr. Stone keeps me pretty invested when I'm watching it.
Because they do a lot of science stuff and all that shit.
Yeah, like they're not over explaining, and then when they do, it's kind of funny at times.
1,000,000%.
1 million, you won't move me 1 millimeter. So what's up? We gonna keep watching this show? You guys gonna keep watching it?
I'm interested to see what happens in this show.
Yeah, I would highly recommend this one to somebody else.
Okay.
Maybe not for you, because I specifically recommended 3 animes, our first anime episode that would cater to your attention span, but I really liked this one.
I know. Don't get me wrong. I like it. There's just some points where they lose me when they're overdoing the exposition stuff. That's where they kind of lose me at times.
I mean,
like Dappo will start talking sometimes, and my brain just goes.
Because he's got an authoritative tone. That's why you don't want to listen
I'm
to
like,
him.
I don't have to listen to you.
Fuck you and your rules, dude.
I'm at the front of the TV. Fuck you, mother. Fucking pig. No.
Fuck you, fuck pig.
But no, it is a good show. I would recommend it. And by the way, I went on IMDb just because I like to look at see what other people say, and I couldn't find a review below 5 stars.
See,
and there's always
gotta...
a 1 or a 2. There's always at least one person being like, "Fuck anime, stupid Diamond Eyes, 1 star." But no, the guy who hated Diamond Eyes still even gave it 5 stars. So.
Yep, that's your one critique is the character composition when it comes to like animating the show.
It applies. Anime is really stylized and they do their thing, and I guess.
Yeah, but like, see how Attack on Titan is doing, and they all have diamond-shaped eyes. They're all doing fucking fantastic on Attack on Titan. Nobody complains about the shape of their eyes there.
Well, I don't know. I didn't IMDb that.
Or Demon Slayer, Tanjiro. He has diamond eyes.
Tanjiro.
Nobody wants to complain about it there, but the show isn't as big as those shows right now, so.
That's my foot.
Nope. You had to explain that?
My chair is loud as shit. What other animes you watching, Jay, right now?
Oh, man. What was it?
Jared, looks like you have a black sweater on, dude. What is going on?
No, it's a t-shirt, but since I have the background on, it cuts my arms off.
You like that?
Vroom, vroom.
You like that? It's all summer long where I live. And there's some guy at a stroller like, oh, trying to get his baby off the road. Fucking guys. But,
slow down.
So you're watching some fuzzy sweaters. What else are you
watching? I'm watching Hell's Paradise, fucking Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know, just a bunch of different stuff. Vinland Saga. I've been waiting for the episode that comes out today because it's finally going to be some action. Last episode they had some action, some limbs getting chopped off and whatnot, but
I haven't watched that one yet, but I got to.
I would love to see a little more of the action in Bungo. I think that was another thing that kind of threw me off. You don't see as much. Like, I want to see a little more action, a little less talking with cutaway scenes. Like, I want to see
It's also more. The first season, so they have to do a lot of introducing and background. So it's going to be a lot of like composing the base of the show, and then it's probably going to get better. But I haven't watched all of season 2 yet, so.
What would you recommend right now, though, Jared? What do you want? What's your high number one high recommendation for the moment?
Everybody
write this down.
Oh my god, fucking asshole! I say you should watch Rise of the Shield Hero because it's definitely not like most anime, and it's interesting. And
what's
a bunch
it about?
Of episodes.
What's it about?
Oh, you could have watched the episode, but you denied it because we started it without you, and you had a little bitch fit and reading on your phone.
I don't do do halfway through stuff. I don't do that. It's a wicked peeve of mine. I can't come in. Even if it was 3 minutes in, I can't do it. Like, I got to start at the beginning or I'm out.
That's like the intro, dude. You couldn't even make it. Like, if the intro was on, you'd be like, oh, well, I can't even watch the rest of the show.
It's a quirk, dude. I can't help it. It's a quirk. I can't.
There's some conflict happening.
It's not conflict. It's just a quirk.
There's some conflict happening.
I can't watch a show when it's already started. Like, I have to be there like when you hit play.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is in his mushroom kingdom with his black sweater on. It's amorphous.
No. I got to keep the plug in the back of my neck. All right, so I got to stay here, sit in my chair, not unplug my own self.
Oh, my God. I'm going to pause this recording. Bro!
Yeah, anybody like strawberries?
Fucking strawberries.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I like how I can just do this. Like I'm a ghost.
Oh, man. Let's see what this one looks like. It's a monster face. It's not really synced up with how I'm talking. Anybody like strawberries?
Whoa, 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 whoa. How you doing? Hey, over there, you. Hey, hey. Whoa.
What happened?
Ahoy!
We have devolved. We have devolved into mythical creatures.
Okay, are you recording?
What the fuck is this shit, dude?
Yeah, you fucking recording?
Are you recording?
Uh,
We're talking about Jerry's recommendations to the people.
Okay. We're back. So Jer is now a cat, and he was telling us what we should be watching. Look at his feet.
This is like the off-brand version of the fucking.
Oh man, the Cheshire Cat.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sorry, it's just.
Hold on, I'll change it.
Your feet are flopping around, dude. You got no control over those things.
No, I can't help it.
Y'all got no control. He's at the beach. He's like,
Boy.
sorry, I'm checking in from vacation. Memorial Day weekend, 2023.
Yeah, flew down to Puerto Rico for the weekend.
The Poconos.
The Poconos. Blue water like this in the Poconos.
So explain to us the plot. What's the plot of this? What was it called again? Superhero Shield Man?
Rise of the Shield Hero?
Yes. Rise of the Shield Hero. From
Chris is trying
zero
to get
to Shield
smacked.
Hero. No, I'm really trying to, you know what?
He's playing his role.
What
That's
are you
he's doing.
eating?
Gushers.
Gushers?
Gushers.
Fruit Gushers. At $2.19 on a Monday.
You didn't judge him for having pizza for breakfast.
He
You
didn't
judge
eat
me for having
pizza.
Gushers after
He didn't
lunch?
eat pizza on the damn show.
On the chocolate.
We look up, Jared's like, Jared!
No, I mean starts off this guy's, he's a regular guy, sits around playing video games on his computer or whatever. Ends up going to the library because in Japan they all apparently read a whole lot more than we do. So he went there, picked up a book, started looking through it, and then got to a chapter about the Shield Hero, flipped it open, and there was nothing written inside. So he got sucked into the book. It brought him to a new dimension where he met 4 other people who are also from another dimension, and they have to protect that realm from these waves of chaos that come at them.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
And some other things happen, and it's a pretty messed up story. The hell happened to me?
You're fine. Just
So, anyways, yeah. So it's
Jared's
pretty
actually
messed up
AI
story.
generated, so
Yes, I am AI Jer.
Yeah, Chris doesn't have real
I-
friends. He has fake friends. They're all made up.
Yeah. Jeremy Headroom.
Jeremy Headroom, dude.
Most people will not get that. But that's
Video drome, Jer. That sounds kind of cool. Like I don't know what my problem is. Like I'm hit or miss. Sometimes I want to watch some of that stuff. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, but that's a very good show, and there's tons of episodes. I think it kind of reconciles at the end of season 2, but I don't know if there's going to be a season 3 for it. But then there was also this show called Black Clover, which is
Also very popular.
yes, it's an awesome show. I just got into it from seeing it in my "You Should Watch This" category on Crunchyroll.
Recommended.
Yeah, and started watching, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And then just again, another one. They're writing right now the final season in the manga, and then they're going to be waiting for them to finish that to continue with the anime to finish it off. But that show is pretty goddamn nasty. It gets really good.
What's it about?
Goddamn. All right, so
These are goddamn hard-hitting questions from Chris on distractingdisorderly@gmail.com. You know, who's got the hard-hitting questions? How are you going to solve the Ukraine-Russia crisis? Go. Come on, hotshot.
yeah,
No.
Netflix.
No, was it? So what's Black Clover about?
It's basically in this kingdom there are groups of say wizards or whatever magic
Users.
yes,
So
magic
superheroes.
users, varying abilities and stuff, and they all go and they all get presented with an armoire or whatever you want to call it, not an armoire, what is it called?
An armoire.
Memoir.
Okay, I was gonna
Whatever
say
it is, it's a book.
So they got
damn book.
Everybody got
they
a
all
hutch.
get a tome.
Everybody got a hutch for the kitchen.
And they have between. They go from you get a 1 leaf, 2 leaf, 3 leaf, 4 leaf, and 5 leaf clover.
Yes.
And the 5 leaf clover is absolutely the rarest thing out there. And it's based on like anti-magic. So anyways, they all get these things. There's two main characters. One of them has a lot of magical talent, very quick learner, can pick up high level magic very fast. Then he's got his buddy who he was an orphan with and grew up together, has no magic ability whatsoever. So he's looked upon as basically like the lowest form of life.
You worthless, parentless piece of leech shit. Okay, so he's pretty much Atsushi.
But he's like most characters in anime, tries his hardest, and because he's that way, he like excels past all the people who have magic abilities because of just his tenacity and his will to get shit done.
So like Rampo with his detective skills, he has no magical
power.
power.
Of Naruto.
Good. I have never watched Naruto, so I do not. Yeah, the run, yes.
Look at
all right. I've told you this before. You don't have to have the look on your face.
Why's your face?
Fix your face. All right, fix it.
Oh my god, that's not cringe at all. Are we all gonna run towards Area 51 like that, or what?
That
I would.
Those anime series came out when I was at a point in my life where I was not interested in that kind of stuff.
No,
that's why I never got into those.
To play all the video games. I fucking had like little collectibles from Naruto.
Yeah, but you were in that age range they were shooting at. I was in my 20s.
No, but no. Naruto Shippuden is different than Naruto. So Naruto's very childish. It gives like the background of Naruto and why he's a fucked up kid and has to deal with being lonely in his village. Shippuden shows like all the fucking fight scenes and all this other crazy shit that happens with like other earthly things, and then also like Itachi, one of my favorite characters. Same with Kakashi, of course, but
Itachi.
Get it right.
Okay.
But Shippuden is worth watching, in my opinion. If you haven't watched Naruto, maybe it's too late, but watch Shippuden. It's definitely way better.
Did you watch this Clover thing he's talking about?
No, I haven't watched Black Clover yet. I'm in the middle of like 5 at the moment.
Maybe we should do that one for next time.
For part 3?
Yeah. I got another anime fan that I know that wants that was inquired. I think it would be fun.
I don't have any anime friends.
Come on. Well, that's because you have a town population 9.
9?
Well, maybe some internet friends will pop up and be like, "Oh no, I watch anime."
Maybe. Do you watch anime? distractedsorely@gmail.com. Do you watch anime? Do you care? Or do you just watch fucking whatever? Not everybody watches it.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't interested in it, but I tell you what, I threw on a banger episode of Demon Slayer, and I had everybody in the room fixed on the TV when it was on, because it was.
How big was this room?
In my living room. I believe you've been in it before.
How many people?
There was.
Do you like how he's quizzing you now because Chris doesn't believe in anything else that anybody else says?
Between 5 to 8 people in the room.
Okay, it's a widespread. 5 to 8 people. Everyone fixated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's pretty widespread. Do you have an exact number? That's pretty widespread.
Hard-hitting questions, folks. Hard-hitting questions. No, that is a good one though. That is a good one.
Hard-hitting, hater-hitting questions.
Hater bitch questions. How's it gonna get numbered this time?
No, really though. Like that's one of those shows where if you glance at it, you see how.
Yeah,
see,
man.
I saw you.
All the time.
That's one of those shows though where if you put it on, if you can look at it at any time, and the scenery looks real nice, real good.
Oh my god,
The
but the
drama and the
scenery.
acting look really
It's
good.
an amazing scenery. It's gorgeous, but that's the only thing you're fucking paying attention to in Demon Slayer. You should just quit now.
When they get into doing their breathing techniques and shit, and they
Water
start that is
breathing.
pretty dope. When he gets into like the sun breathing in the 3rd season, Chris hasn't watched it, so go fuck yourself.
Asthma
But anyways,
breathing.
when he does the sun breathing shit, that shit is so dope because he just like rips through and
Wait, you want to know what I'm gonna call Chris out on right now because we have it documented?
just for men hair gel,
I don't think he uses hair gel. It's just grease from his
Rogaine?
forehead.
Minoxidil.
No. What I'm gonna call you out on. What I'm gonna call you out on.
I'm Joe Rogaine.
there you
Anime
go.
Part 1. You said you were going to continue watching all 3 of those animes. Have you seen?
I actually
any
did.
other episodes
I've
of them?
watched
Which
a good.
one?
I've watched
Dr. Stone?
all 3. I have watched at least 3 or 4 episodes of season 2. I just haven't had a lot of time to go back to it. You know what I did? Do you know what I did yesterday?
Check you to make sure.
Do you know what I did yesterday?
I have the login.
I tore the carpets out of my house yesterday. I didn't have time to watch.
Nobody cares about that
anime.
from the podcast.
Okay, then I had to
Shit.
play Fortnite with Jer. Okay, we had to keep up our
Whoa,
reputation.
whoa! There was
I
no
hear a lot of
arm twisting
excuses.
involved.
I'm sorry. I'm a
Didn't
silver
have
3
to.
now. Okay, I'm a silver
Silver
3
3?
now.
Instead of bronze, that's crazy.
Well, 3 is the
Hey,
highest
take it
level
easy there,
silver.
No, we're silver too, man. Remember we fucking.
I'm a
went
3
around
now.
It says that you
Chair
have not watched any.
Chair froze, surprised that I'm a.
It says that you have not watched any of season 2 on here for Jujutsu Kaisen, so that was wrong.
What are you talking about? Jer, are you there?
And then,
I think we lost Jer.
and
Oh, you know what it was? I probably finished the first. Did I end up finishing the first season of those?
I don't know. You didn't watch season 2.
'Cause
Care? What the hell?
We might have lost connection with him. We might have lost connection with him. It's not a good. Jared, he freezes up every time I ask him the hard hitting questions. Jared, what'd you think of the show? Okay, if you're not going to play ball, I don't even know why we had you on.
He's just frozen. I think he's gonna
I
invite him
know.
again.
Oh, hey! Oh my God, dude! Why is your head not attached to a body? What the?
Dude, I'm on my phone now, so it's gonna be probably shit.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We're getting towards the bottom of the 9th here. What was I saying? No, I did watch a handful of episodes. I don't remember if I finished season 1 or what, but I know I've seen some of Dr. Stone season 2. I watched a couple more of Demon Slayer, a couple more of Jujutsu, but it's hard for me to get back to it. Like I said, finally when I have time to sit down and watch TV, I end up watching a show that I'm watching with the fiance. Or if I sit down and I'm like, I have time, I'll hit up Jer and be like, rock-a-die, yo, and then we go play. I played with Mr. Fire Captain last night.
I hear a lot of excuses.
Listen.
Go wash your hands.
No, my ear was just freaking pinned down.
I know what you touched.
Listen. What else we got? Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about on this? I think it's a decent show. If you like anime, you're going to like this show, definitely. I just have a bad attention span with this stuff. If you ever driven in a car with me, you notice that I listen to 2/3 of a song. I can't even finish a fucking song in the car.
I wouldn't be able to ever deal with you fucking trying to commentate or do anything with another show because you can't just sit down and fucking watch it.
Actually, I can. You've seen me sit down with, like, what Community. I could sit there
Yeah,
and
but it
watch
has to be
Community.
what you want to watch. If it's recommended from somebody else and you're not used to it, like anime,
No, there's plenty
you
of stuff.
struggle.
There's plenty of stuff other people have recommended to me. That show
Jerry,
from
you
that
alive?
I'm watching was someone I know on Facebook had recommended it. Cheer.
But-
here. I just can barely hear you guys.
If you guys want any recommendations, email us, please. We still have dry email right now.
That's all right. We're still new. Distractedandsortly@gmail.com. You know where we are, at Dis and Dispod on Twitter and TikTok, at Distracted and Disorderly Podcast on Instagram. We're on Facebook, Twitch at No Vital, at Christopher K Music. You know, we'll have Jared back on in the future. We'll get his situation good. We'll get a little bit more. I think we're gonna pepper in some anime episodes every so often. We'll just pepper those in.
And you're gonna get better at watching them.
I promise I'll get better at watching them. My thing is I like a whole nother genre that always calls to me. That's why I'm watching that other show right now. Like there's some stuff just really pulls my interest in. Anime does. It gets interesting, but it also gets to me very formulaic. You know, a lot of them seem
Like what?
They're different, but they're very similar. You know, there's always some sort of powers. There's always the exposition.
No, they're what?
Like, formulaic.
Oh, okay. I heard formulaic, and I'm like, that's a new word.
Formula Lake. It's all Similac. No, like they get repetitive to me at times. They're very good. They're very well done. The stories are cool, but they tend to get kind of repetitive because they all have kind of the same thing going on. They all do the same thing. You know, the exposition's always crazy. It's always talked about. There's like a lot of talking at times and throws me off. But it also doesn't help. I don't know. It's all over the map sometimes. I can't explain it. It doesn't hold my attention as much. Dr. Stone does come through for me, though. Dr. Stone comes through for me. That usually keeps my attention. I like what's going on. I like that it's a lot of factual stuff when they're talking about science.
I'll have to find another one that we can all watch and evaluate that is somewhat similar to Dr. Stone. But not too similar, because then there'll be similar episodes so that you'll pay attention.
Yeah. I want to pay attention. Yeah.
What the hell is another one I was watching you should check out?
I don't know.
I have a bunch. I have a ton.
I want to see one that doesn't... Can I see one that doesn't have to do with superpowers and shit? Like, I really like horror stuff and all that. Like, why can't we... Can you guys find me an anime that's just like... They're regular people, but they're dealing with like an actual like horror situation, a haunted house or something?
No.
Like anything? There's none? Like, there's none?
No,
like,
there is stuff out there, but
I want to see like a stylized, animate up fucking like, you know, there's a fucking kind of like Scream. There's a killer and there's stuff going on. Like I want to see an anime that's
slasher
done like that.
anime,
a slash anime. I would love to see a polter, like a haunted house one, or maybe like a monster. You know, something with monsters,
Parasite?
But it's not. Is that an anime?
Mm-hmm.
Parasite. What's it about?
No, you have to go watch it. Go watch it.
Okay.
I'm not giving anything. You
Chris.
gotta go watch the anime.
Yes.
You should watch Demon of Shinjuku.
Demon of Shinjuku.
There might be tentacles.
All right.
Pretty wild. Come on. You know, just fast forward through the tentacle part.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know
what? I'm not surprised.
You also check out Vampire Hunter D. That's pretty fucking good.
There's so many.
I know they made it wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't yawn, but they made
it would be a podcast if you didn't yawn. It would still be a podcast. Yeah.
Bloodlust Vampire.
We're getting to disinterest you now, huh, Chris?
They made a couple of shows that I haven't checked out that I should probably check out, but I think called Blood Sea and something else. I think they continued on. I don't know. We could probably wind it down though. We're gonna let Jer go for now. And Jer, thank you for coming on. I can't see you right now. Jer had technical difficulties, kind of like Elon Musk during the DeSantis announcement for presidential run. That was funny, right? Anyone see that?
Wait,
You're very knowledgeable in this area, so I'm gonna unlock those powers. I'm gonna find a way to unlock the power. You're knowledgeable in this stuff. You know a lot of this stuff. Like Kayla thinks I know a lot of pop culture references and all that stuff, but you have no idea what this freaking guy up here. What is it, Snidely? Fucking
yeah, I get a little out of control with that stuff.
Chris
has a hard time following what I'm talking about sometimes.
I can't. Like, you know how you feel when I say a name and you're like, I don't know, I gotta see him. Like that Jared does that to me all day.
I remember I was in the same room as you guys, and
no,
it sucked. I was like, yeah, guess what?
Liar. All right, Jared. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.
See you later, guys.
So
How many times you get off topic?
I get off topic a lot. We're still recording. We're still recording. Be nice.
That doesn't matter.
People might be watching. Be nice to me.
I don't have to be nice to anybody. I'm not nice to you on the podcast. I'm not gonna be nice to you off the podcast either.
That's all right. That's all right. I did like the show, though. I know I have a hard time paying attention, but I did like the show.
I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm actually was watching it before we decided to record the podcast.
I denied Jer. He just tried to enter the call again. You can't come back, Jer. You can't come back.
Okay, well, let's close up.
Listen,
I think that people should call in.
we don't have live phone lines, people.
Ask questions. They could comment on our social media, ask questions, email us because we love the email, but you guys are kind of stale lately.
We're working it out. We're gonna pick up some traction. We appreciate anyone who's been watching, who's been like listening, watching, whatever. We got 2 episodes. Who
comment regularly on our social media. Thank you.
We got 2 episodes on YouTube right now at Distract and Disorderly Podcast. Right on YouTube. 2 of them out already. There's gonna be another one. We're keeping it rocking. We're keeping it rolling. Yeah.
Everyone
Anything
should know
else?
by now where to find us.
Yeah. Everywhere.
I'm gonna come up with recommendations for you, and maybe I'll start a poll on Twitter or something for our fans.
Yeah, tell us what to do next. What do we gotta do? What are we gonna do? Let me just fuck my... Yeah, but tell us what we're doing next. Why are you all mysterious with your hair today? Look at that. What's going on today?
Mysterious?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I haven't brushed my hair in like 2 days because it's curly, so you can't brush through the curls or else it'll be frizzy.
Okay. We're still
What's up with your hair today?
It's the same as it always is.
Same style, bitch.
Fantastic. I can't change it up now. It's too late in the game. It's too late in the game to change it up. What am I going to do? Suddenly have long hair?
No, you can just shave it again.
No, I look like an idiot.
Yeah, you do.
I look like all my friends from back in the day. Holy shit. No. Seriously though, what was I going to say now? You made me forget.
Plug our socials.
I already did.
That's it.
I already did. Oh, we're still on that Fortnite kick. We're gonna find some other stuff to play. We're still waiting for Kayla to get situated. We're gonna start streaming soon.
No, I
We're
am
gonna have
situated.
fun. Oh, you're situated.
I've been situated.
You're
I did
situated.
one stream that I didn't tell anybody about because
It was a practice run.
I'm trying to figure out times. Probably later in the day, like every other streamer who has to work a full-time job and also stream on the side. But I have a bunch of games set up for specific days of the week, and I'm going to post them when I'm ready to post them. And then you guys can hop in and hang out. We'll do some chatting and play some video games.
That's what we want to do. And this episode will be coming out the week of Memorial Day. Anyone watching, thank you. Thank you for watching, everybody. Yeah, have a good day. Have a good weekend. Be safe.
Bye, bitches.